Hey, welcome to my channel where I've lost 175 pounds with keto and carnivore. Thank you for watching. Good morning. Today is Saturday. I did the math and I did math. Actually, I did not do it. My tracker app did the math. 2 pieces of bacon and 3 eggs are the same amount of calories as my egg muffin and yogurt. So I'm going to have that this morning. I was watching a video yesterday, day before, and the lady was eating bacon and eggs. I'm like, that sounds good. Not doing cheese or anything else, but so first I'm going to fry up some bacon. I got my old trusty little skillet. Let me wash my hands. I'll tell you a story about this skillet. So as a kid, we would go camping. Oh, that's close. Anyway, as a child, we would go camping. My dad was a school teacher. And so in August, we would get to go camping. We'd go two weeks. And so what we would do, well, Mom and Dad would do is throughout the year, they'd sit and then there's no internet. So they would plan out how far they could go, all the places they could go, all the fun things we could do. So say they decided, all right, we're going to go to Virginia. Because Dad loved history, so a lot of times we'd go somewhere and we'd look at the historical stuff there. We'd take tours and stuff, but we had to do all the cheapy stuff because he was a teacher. And even back then, teachers didn't get paid very much. So we would take our vacation, and we would camp. And we had a camper, and it was basically a tent on wheels. It was an old one it was actually kind of like one, you look at it and you think of a military camper, because it didn't have hard sides. It was all canvas, but it was a box. It was a box, and you get in, when you stand into it, it was not even wide enough that I could put both my arms straight out and be still in this box. It may be about as big as my stove, but longer because it was long enough for a bed. So it was a box, and then they had the 2 flaps, and the flaps would fold in. So when the flaps fold out, they had these big stakes on each of them, and there was a bed on this one and a bed on this one, but not enough for a bed to be in the middle of it. So you get in, and that's your standing space. And then Dad made this board, and they laid it across between this side of beds and this side of beds, and that's where I slept because I was a kid. And when I was a baby, they just put my playpen in there, and that's what I slept in. So anyway, we would go camping. So that meant, Mom would pack up meals and stuff for us. She would always cook a whole bunch of turkeys before we left, or had some frozen ground beef. And so when we left, she'd have it in a cooler, and then every morning they'd pull over at some gas station and buy a couple blocks of ice, so that as we would go along, the food would start defrosting. So anyway, so that is how Mom and Dad would camp and take us on vacations on a teacher's budget. A family of 5, 2 adults and 3 kids. That's how we would do vacations for a family of 5. So anyway, every time we get somewhere, there would be a camper or a campsite, and so Mom would do all the outdoor cooking. Well, when I don't know, 3-4 years, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, Mom was out of town, and I decided that I needed some cast iron skillets. So I went to her house and I robbed her cast iron skillets. She knows it now. It's okay. But I went down the basement and I took a bunch of her cast iron skillets. Well, this particular skillet was rusty, real rusty, but it really had a lot of baked on foods. Well, I saw some videos about how to clean it, and look at the details. See how that's like has a dented look? I don't know if that's the right name. I gotta watch how dump this on me. But see how it's pitted? Well, that's how it's supposed to look. But this skillet was one of my dad's that he used out camping and stuff. So it's kind of neat. I've got Dad's skillet. So, all right, back to cooking the bacon. That's just as important as the story. So there's a big debate in the bacon world. Some people like their bacon soft. Some people like their bacon crispy. I personally like my bacon extra crispy. I don't like it soft. I eat it soft, but it's not my favorite. But I really like it crispy. So, so my bacon takes longer to cook than other people's. Now, what way do you like your bacon? Do you like yours soft or do you like it crispy? Some people kind of like it like their steak medium rare, not literally, but some people like it just kind of soft. But for me, the crispier the better. All right, I'll get back to you when it's crispy. Okay, I'm satisfied with them. So this one's a little bit extra dark, but that's all right. One good thing about liking it extra crispy is that it definitely generates a lot of bacon grease. So then it's already heated and you're ready to add your eggs. So now I probably could add a little cheese or vegetables or something, but when I do bacon and eggs, I like it just to be kind of pure bacon and eggs. So that's all I'm going to have is the bacon and eggs. I'm going to put just a little bit of salt and a little no salt. There'll be some saltiness in the bacon grease here. And then we're going to put some black pepper. And we're going to put some ground white pepper. You know, it's funny. I used to hate black pepper. I mean, not hate it, but dislike it strongly. But with my taste buds being how they are, Nona Grace, you'll understand. With my taste buds being diminished like they are, I seek out stronger flavors. And so adding the black pepper really helps, like with you know, the bringing out flavors that I can hardly taste. So that's what we're having. I got this mug. I know people will say use it for soup and coffee, but I really like this thing for my coffee. I just, you know, I can shake it up, so if it sits for very long, I can close the lid and shake it up a little bit better. And people say you could use it for soup, but we know Terry don't eat soup. We know soup is for sick people. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to let these finish up. It's going to take a few minutes to get the tops going. All right, I'm going to try to flip them. See if they'll let me flip them. Since I've been trying to eat my eggs soft lately, I'm experimenting. I think I might have broke this one, but I can't tell. And I'll put it in my mug here. Like I said, now if you would want some cheese or something, you could do that. We got all those extra eggy bits. Tell you what we're going to do with this bacon grease. We're going to add it to my, where is it? We're going to add it to my tallow and lard right here. Get a napkin. Switch hands here. Alright. We're just going to add it right in there. And then wipe off the edge. Now set that back for another day. Okay, off to eat. Oh, wait a minute. Hello. Gotta put my bacon in there. Got my bacon. That tallow, I think I've had that thing for about almost a year. And this little container, I keep it in the refrigerator because, you know, we know I do all my mass cooking on the weekend. And if I keep it in the refrigerator, for me, I feel like it's going to last longer. So if I cooked every day, I wouldn't. But, yeah. Oh, that one didn't break. Yay. Look, I got some runny yolk on here. Yay, Terry. That's good. All right, after breakfast, bye. So I'm gonna have this in a few minutes with what I'm gonna have for my lunch. So there you go. That's old style Rutabaga. So for lunch today, I'm going to have, I showed you all me making the old-fashioned Rutabaga. And based on all the, you know, I go online, I watch a whole bunch of videos about something. And so based on a bunch of videos that I found, that was the Rutabaga things that I saw. And so I'm going to have that for my lunch. Today's Saturday. But I also wanted some egg salad. However, I did not have any of my egg muffins, the egg buns defrosted. So instead, I'm going to use my jicama chips. And I'm going to try it on that. But I'm going to make some egg salad. And I did what I saw one of the ladies I watch, Brenda Gant, she tosses her eggs. If she's making potatoes or something, she'll toss in some eggs and boil them with her rutabaga or her potatoes. So I did that same thing. I tossed in 6 eggs, and now I need to doctor them up so that it's going to be like egg salad. Okay, so what I've got here, I put it in my little mini food processor. I'm going to put in a little bit of Dijon mustard, just a little bloop. And then I'm going to do this Thai chili, just for a little bit of a kick to it. This is the G. Hughes Thai chili. Not a lot, just a little something, something. And then I had finally chopped up some celery. So I'm going to put a little bit of celery in here. And one of you kind people were very nice and told me about no sugar added, home style sweet relish. So I bought some. So we're going to use this. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. Okay. And instead of mayonnaise, we're going to use a little bit of my no-fat yogurt. And then a little bit of sour cream. Okay. Now, see if I can remember how to put this thing on here. Nope, not that way. Oh, come on, fella. There we go. All right, now, I know some of y'all are screaming, you forgot the salt, Terry. You forgot the salt and pepper. You are right. I did. Some salt. Some salt substitute. Some black pepper. And some white pepper. And let's try her again. Okay, come in. There. Get a little taste. Let me stir it all off the top of that dealie. Celery added a whole different flavor to it. That's good. No? I think that's all it needs. So now I'm going to drop the eggs in here now. Give it kind of a rough chop. Or a fine chop. I don't know. I'm just going to put them in. I don't mind it not being chunky. You know me, I just want to eat. I don't care how I eat. As long as I get to eat, I'm a happy girl. Come on, get on there. You're making me mad. Is there a difference in the two? There is not. So I don't know why it has to act all highfalutin. But there we go. You didn't know you couldn't go watch a show about Terry fighting with the food processor, did you? Let me see. Yeah. I think a little more of that. You know I got to gom it up. A little more mustard farts. A little more salt. Now, try one more time. There we go. Now, put some in this container and then some in another container, and I'll get right back to you. So here's what I'm going to do. We'll see what we think. Got this spoon here. Take my jicama chip. Jicama chips are so bland. So they just take on whatever you put it with. And they're so hard. So yeah. Jicama chip, egg salad, and old-fashioned rutabaga. That's my lunch today. Maybe I would make it again. Maybe we better just have one more bite to double check. Let's get some rutabaga and the liver and onion. One more bite, just to make sure there's no bugs in it. Wait a minute, that's a big piece. Hold on. I think maybe I would eat this again. You know, I tell y'all if I wouldn't, but it's just a different taste than, you know, the usual meat that I eat, so. With that rutabaga in the bite, it takes it to a whole different level. Yeah. All right. My coworker said I'm not allowed to bring it to work. None of them want a bite, but what do they know? They don't know nothing. So, this will be my supper. This will be my supper for today. It's Sunday, so this will be my supper for today. So, all right. Have a good day. Thanks for watching Liver and Onions.